Louisa Madrigal is gifted with superhuman strength. She's the older sister and is known for being hardworking, determined, and the go-to person for heavy lifting. She's also good-natured and tough. Deep down, she feels vulnerable since she has a lot of pressure put on her by her family to be the strong one.
I'm the strong one. I'm not nervous. I'm as tough as the crust of the earth is.
Okay.
This is how I started designing the dog's dress, inspired by Luisa's dress from Encanto. I started with a white base dress that was just a simple white dress that I got off of Amazon, and then I started doing the red details on the dress. I started mapping them out with a pencil to begin with. As you see here, she has those little two red lines up at the top, and then she has that bow underneath the red lines. They're kind of weaved in through the dress, but because I have to do this simple, I did them with red marker to begin with. Here's where I try to add those little zigzag patterns underneath the dashed line, red dashed lines. I glue a little fabric red bow to above the lines where I've drawn those little ribbons. I use fabric fusion to glue this onto the dress. And here's what the completed little top design of the dress looks like. Oops, the bow fell off. I'll have to glue that back on later. Now on to designing the skirt. What I bought here is just a plain blue pet pleated skirt, kind of like a cheerleader's uniform. And I've started to add fabric medium and mix my paints up into this kind of navy-ish, maybe more periwinkle, I guess that would be. The one with the blue and the purple color. Indigo, that's it, indigo. I always use popsicle sticks to mix my paints up because you don't want to mix paint with your brushes. I mean, if you have some cheap brushes, it doesn't really matter, but if you want to keep your brushes longer lasting over time, you want to make sure that you don't mix your paint with your brushes. That's because the bristles and the brushes can fall apart and disintegrate over time. And it makes it harder for you to blend colors as well using those brushes. Well, continuing to paint the skirt, I want to tell you some of the characteristics of Louisa. For one, she's always obliging. Louisa's willing to help others even if the request is unusual. For example, she'll bring a piano to someone who wants to play it and stand with them for the entire song. She also feels pressured. She feels like she needs to be strong and handle everything that's given to her. She struggles with the pressure of trying to please everyone. It's constant people pleasing. I mean, I have that too. She confesses her exhaustion as well. If you've never heard the song Surface Pressure, you definitely have to listen to it. During the song, she confesses her fear and exhaustion. The song details her experience with her abuela, the expectations that are placed upon her, which make her feel worthless if she can't be strong enough to handle it all. Eventually, she just has to accept who she is. She grows more empathetic and accepts who she is instead of trying to please everyone. I mean, we all gotta do that in life sometimes. I'm painting, I'm trying to get into all those little triangular crevices to alternate between the blue and the indigo parts of the pleated skirt. And here it is, completed. Here I'm just taking some painter's tape and marking across so that I could get some clean straight lines like are in those light purplish parts of the bottom of Louisa's skirt, as you can see there. Here I'm just taking my paint markers in dark purple, pink, magenta, and trying to define those stripes a little bit, as well as add the details of the barbells. you see the skirt all finished with the finished detail of the stripes and the barbells. And the finished results will be seen on my doggy at the end.